What's up guys, today we're going to be doing an Onshape tutorial on how to make a dice. This is going to be for beginners, so I'm going to try and walk through how I do it. So if we just do the create document, it should load up the screen. Yeah, so these are our sketch planes here. We have front, right, and top. We're probably going to use the top for this one. Just build right on top of the top plane. So this is our little orb thing that lets us rotate around, see every perspective and angle. So if we just start and hit the sketch, every single extrusion begins with a sketch here. So just hit the top plane, and we should use this little rectangle piece to make our square. So this is going to be the base of our dice. So just make it 1 inch by 1 inch is probably perfect. Hitting the dimension tool will allow you to change the size of any sketch, so it's really helpful. So 1 inch, 1 inch, perfect. Now just hit the check mark. You can kind of rotate around here. This looks good, and to make it a cube, you have to extrude it up 1 inch. So this is where you would change the height of it, and 1 inch is exactly what we want, so we're just going to keep it that. Now that looks perfect. So this is what our outline is basically. So we're going to make this circles now, so I'm just going to orientate it correctly. So yeah, you can just click the thing on the orb as well as do this. So I'm just going to do that. So sketching the circles on the die. So just click the right. And sketching the circles on the die. So using this midpoint thing, it automatically kind of like knows where the midpoint of a line is, so we can just use that and trace it and make a circle, probably 0.2 inches. Make sure your unit is in inches. 0.2 inches is probably perfect. Yeah. So that looks perfect. Sorry about that. Now that looks good, so I'm just going to exit out here, hitting check mark, and now we want to fillet, oops, forgot about this, we want to fillet each side, probably 0.1 or so, yeah, it's good. I'm just going to click all these sides. It's the tedious part. Alright, that is good. So now we're going to extrude this hole a little bit, except we're not going to actually add mass. We're going to remove. So hit the remove button, then click the sketch that you made. Now just probably 0.05 or so, 0.1 maybe. Yeah, 0.05 should be good. You don't want it to be too big because the markings are not that big on the actual thing. So 0.05 is probably perfect. Then we want to fillet it so it's kind of blends in with the rest of the die. So you can't fillet it more than the amount given. So you can 0.05 is perfect amount. Alright, that looks great. So 1 out of 6 done here. I can't remember how the die is orientated. I'm just going to try and do it off memory. I think each opposite side adds to 7. So I'll just do the 6 on the back. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so same thing here. Gonna want to just click the left thing, sketch, and we can actually just do Command V here. You don't have to do the circle. So Command V. If you Command C the previous circle, just doing Command V will help a lot here. And you can just kind of put it in the general orientation you want it in, and then use the dimension tool to get it in perfect, and get it in there perfect. And then this looks good, so I'm just trying to show you how to move it around now. If you can see like one selected with the other selected, you move both of them, and then if you just hit one, you can kind of just drag it around. So just like that. And we're just gonna kind of orientate it like it would be, just kind of rough of what it would look like, but then we're gonna use the dimension tool to fine tune it. So as you can see, I'm just dragging them like this. That actually looks pretty good. Still, just to really, I'm going to use the dimension tool here to make it 0.15 is probably what we're looking for here. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. That's good. So again, this is the tedious part here. We're just going to try and make each one of these perfectly aligned so there's no mismatching going on. Wow, looks good. So the numbers can get kind of like in the way, so the more spread out you have them, the better. Okay. Looks good. Yeah, you're going to want it like probably 0.5 in between them as well. 1.5, I mean 0.15. Yeah, that's perfect. Right. 0.25 is probably better. These are just going to be 0.15. Yeah. So this looks good. So after this side, I'm just going to fast forward through so you don't have to see this entire thing being done. Basically, we're going to do the same thing in the previous one. We're just going to kind of remove and then fillet. So remove 0.05 inches and then fillet it 0.05 inches. That looks good. Right, so 0.05 for this one. And this one looks great. Alright. Two sides done. So this is basically how they look so far, and when the whole thing comes out, so I'm just going to hide the sketch planes because they're kind of getting in the way. I'm just going to hide the origin as well because that's also getting in the way. If you just right click them, there should be an option that says hide. And then, alright, let's fast forward here. So same thing as before, it's going to be 0.15. We're trying to keep everything constant so that it looks nice. So I just copied these circles from the previous ones, and I'm just going to make them the same. Put the middle one in the center, and then put that one on the side. It looks good. So again, one more side done. Same thing, we're just going to change that to 0.05, fillet it. Oh, you have to remember, change it. That looks good. So if you're following along, you might want to just skip because this takes a little longer. Yeah, and keep going. Alright, that's another side done. So now it's 5 and 2. Let's work on the 5 here. So again, just Command V, each of those in. Don't have to click the circle thing. Made a mistake every time. Just use the general shape. Keep it consistent, 0.15. So this looks good. Looks good. And this I think gave me a hard time because I hit the center and it made it all diagonal. And it didn't really allow me to select anything else after that, so I had to click the escape button in order to get out of there. Nope, not 0.4, 0.3, because it includes the thing. So yeah, getting out of your tool, you just click the escape button. It's helpful. You can just sort of select things like that. Alright, this looks good. So I think the 2 is the last one we have left. Alright. Yeah, it's the 2. So just Command V. So I'm working on a Mac, by the way. This might be different on Windows, I'm not sure. But just want to give you the heads up. Yep. 0.05. And almost done here. Just have to fillet. Looks good. Alright, so we're done here. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. And this is the final product. Thank you. Alright, bye.